Hello everyone, and welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma, playing Starbirds, the game created by Kurzgesagt. Yeah, I've been looking forward to playing this for some time, ever since they announced the game. And then I got sent a copy of the demo, which I believe actually comes out tomorrow. In the press release, it says there's a demo available in June. On the Steam page for the game, it says that it will come out on the 9th. Today's the 8th. It's also super early in the morning here. I did not get a good night's sleep, but I kind of got like decent sleep. Woke up super early, done a workout. That's why we're here early on a Sunday morning playing Starbirds together. It's going to be awesome. This game had a really cool little introduction animation, but I don't know how to like replay it. The resolution is also locked to be quite large on my screen, and currently I can't see the bottom of the game down here because the start menu appears above it. So I'm gonna do a thing, and it might break the stream for a second, but I'm gonna go put it into full screen mode. Now I'm gonna have to tab out of the game and just quickly check that looks okay. It does actually look okay, so I think we're good to continue. Awesome. Swiss cheese's crossover of the centuries. I guess someone is a Kurzgesagt fan, right? Ah, a few of you in chat are surprised that they have a game. Yeah, and it's in their iconic art style, right? I look at them, the little birdies here. It's so fit for a game as well. I feel like this art style just makes sense. Since when did they have a game? Well, they announced it a while ago. And it hasn't come out yet, but we're going to get the demo this month. I've been sent a copy of it in advance. Do I watch the channel, says Valenti? Yeah, I watched Kurzgesagt a lot in the past. I think they're a fantastic channel, really worth following. High quality videos, well researched, beautiful animations, really good voiceover. And I love the name as well. It just, like, I think it's a word in German that means something, but it's just a quirky little word for someone who speaks English like myself. Kurzgesagt, you know? It might make it hard to find them. Anyway, let's not continue. Let's level select because we want to start a new game, basically. Also, we kind of get a hint as to what we're going to see here. Looks like there's two cutscenes at the beginning. The prologue might actually be the bit before the game starts, and then 2 levels, another thing here, and then like a sub-level perhaps. But let's try the prologue, and I'll let you know if this is the thing. Yeah, this is the thing. I believe this is what plays before you get to the menu screen. What's that sound? I'm slurping on a hot cup of tea. Don't you know it? Don't you know it? It's not an extreme without a cup of tea. Night Elf says, good morning, everyone. It's 4 a.m. for me. Haven't been able to sleep all night. And I'm not going to try now. Well, I had a really late day yesterday because the stream that we did went on for a long time, which is perfectly fine. We're just having a good time, you know? That was the Hermitcraft live stream tour. And I got to bed at midnight after that. And I kind of dozed off pretty quick, but then I woke up at 1, and I tell you, I woke up in a total state of disorientation. I was dreaming about Japan, which I seem to be obsessed with after my trip there. And I just had this disorientation where I feel like whatever was going on in the dream was like superimposed on my mind at the point that I woke up. So then I was really disoriented. It took me a while to like figure out where I was. Which is really strange. Like, I didn't know that I was in my own room. Like, it took me a while, and then once I sort of figured it out and started moving about, I went to the toilet. Then went back to sleep, and then just, like, woke up every hour. Got a few chunks of sleep in, and then it was, like, 4:30 in the morning, and I was like, I've seen that it's light out, and I feel like I'm reminded of just getting up early in Japan and going out and exploring. So I was like, I'm just going to go for a walk and start my day super early. Which I did. So I've had a walk. Then I had a little pre-workout porridge. Did some math stuff on the Brilliant app. Then I had a workout. Just had another snack. Protein bar, an apple, a yogurt. And now I'm here streaming. And then I'm going to go off and have Sunday lunch. And then I don't know what I'm doing with the rest of the day at the moment. But hey, it's good to hang out with y'all again. You met Joe Hills in a warehouse in your dream last night. So isn't that odd? I mean, if you watched that live stream, I think the chances of dreaming about something related to it go up, right? That space between dreams and being awake is so freaky. Swiss, it is. It is. It's a real trip. I like it though. Like, to me, it kind of highlights how reality is formed in our mind. It's similar to when you see something at a distance and you think it's like, oh, there's that thing. But then there's that moment where it turns out to be something else and it's like reality just tears itself apart for a second and you're like, oh, it's something else. Let's now continue because I think if we do this, it might break up the levels that we're playing here. There's some medals. Okay, we're gonna come back to that later. Let's continue the game. Gather around, flock. I have a few words to say. For now begins our great mission. This should be some good squawking. Today we embark on a journey for the good of all bird kind. In the past, we locked wings and reached for the first mango, but today we reach for the stars. Mango does not power starships. We need rare earth fruits, iron, silicon, fruits that power dreams. That's a mighty fine speech and all, Captain. But what's our actual mission here and now? Right, Ruth, actually, we need to make a quick stop to fill up on supplies before we can continue. At ease, everyone. Let's get to work. Good hustle. Let's get to work, peeps. By the way, it's supposed to be a factory building game, which you know I like those kind of things. Good cup of tea. Chocolate Milk says, about to go out with my family. Good luck in my pocket, chat. What? Why they're in my pocket? There's something weird about that. You had a dream the other day you became best friends with Cub, says Azure Color. That sounds like a nice dream. Did you talk about space? We're here, flock. These asteroids look promising. Initiate landing. How does this work again? Not the red button. Maybe his cryo egg got cooked on the way out of here. I'm fine, Stella. Just walk me through the controls. I'm not familiar with this model. Just pay attention to the instructions, Captain, and you won't put a claw wrong, probably. Listen up, flock. According to my notes, we should start with this quest. New quest from the Captain. Let's accept. We must find 6 iron, but there's also 200 credits. What? I'll accept. I'll accept. The Captain requests iron. Click an asteroid to see if it has iron and double click to enter it. Well, I think that this thing doesn't have iron, but it does have titanium. This one has iron and also aluminium. Let's go enter it. Take a closer look. Zoom in and out with your mouse wheel. Oh, look at me. I did it. Eli Miku, welcome to the stream. And Warm. God, I'm sick of reading these names that I can't pronounce. And those were simple ones. Welcome, peeps. Welcome. Rotate the asteroid by holding down the right mouse button and moving the mouse. There we go. We rotate. To land, click on a glowing big crater. Oh, yeah. Are there any differences here? Like 10 and 100 seems to be the number. First, find an iron deposit, then drag an extractor from your building inventory onto it. This costs you credits. 50 to be exact. Mines resources from resource deposits. Kind of feel like it's saying I can't do this, but I could be wrong. Just drop it in. Or is it already here? That's a launch pad. Oh, I'm supposed to put it on this space, right. Also, that might have been the wrong thing. This is iron, and that's the other stuff. Whoopsie. Click and drag your left mouse to draw a pipe from the extractor to the launch pad. Very simple. Now let's speed things up. Slap down some more extractors and connect them to the launch pad. Well, I'll connect that thing since, we already did that. Oh, and a launch just happened. And here's the other pad. Now I've spent all of my credits, I believe. So when I drag like this, I mean, that works, but it's janky. However, I liked it. Yo, Chuffed to Bits is here, resubscribed for 5 months. Say X, glad I can make it. XVX Pro. I don't have my iPad. I forgot something. I was about to go do the animation, and like, the iPad isn't here. Where is it? I think I went and put it on charge earlier, because it seems to have run out of power the last couple of days quite easily. Yo, TB and R Woods, thank you for 24 months. Good morning, X. How are you? I'm great. Thanks for asking. Feeling really good and energized at the moment, despite a lack of sleep. Well done, Flock. We've really earned those credits. Collect your quest rewards by clicking the golden button on the left. So we get 200 credits for doing that. A single launch pad can't keep up with more than 4 extractors. Build a second launch pad for better efficiency. It's got 4 pumped into it, right? Are we saying that it can't do more than 4, or that it's struggling with 4? Either way, I'm gonna put a launch pad. Oh, you have to put it on that. Okay. Right, we want to stockpile iron and aluminium. Let's go ahead and put one there, one here. Draw the lines. And then we want 2 more. I think we're going to put in 2 more iron. If they run out or not, I don't know. But there is my super janky little island. We did it. Right, so we got a quest, and it's probably for aluminium, right? And then we can accept down here. We also got this thing, so... Did that come up? Okay, when I select a building, we get this menu down here. Interesting, we can recall it. What's the little arrow below as well? Oh, right, so we get some, like, advanced information. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. We're learning the interface. You recently dreamed that you watched a chicken escape its pen, be returned only for it to escape 3 more times. Then I dreamt that I had to help repair the pen. Then I ended up in a restaurant and was hiding in a random panic room under the floorboards. In all honesty, I may have too many energy drinks that night. Dude, the whole thing sounds like an analogy, you know? Like you are the chicken trying to escape the pen, but then you realize that you have to not escape the pen, but repair it. And the bit with the restaurant and the panic room, I can't explain that. After the stream, I'll be checking out the Travel Talk stream, says Galdic. I hope you enjoy it, my dude. Japan was incredible. I feel like I'm obsessed with it right now. I kind of need to get over it a little bit so my mind can start to focus on other things, you know? Callie says, then why does it show a price history on the database? What's that? A price history. Credits. Iron, aluminium, accept. For this quest, you need to extract and deliver aluminium to the space station, which we did. Not bad. With all of these materials, we can build our station to earn more credits. Let's pick out the first module. Living quarters. Station level up. Credits up. I will accept gladly. Also, that's done, and then clicking on it seemed to... Oh, now this one's done. Okay, click on it and it will disappear. We're getting lots of credits up here. That'll make our station extra cozy, but now let's get back to business. There are some missing resources on the list. Okay. Callie says, I got confused because the game isn't out yet, but already has a price history on the Steam database. Oh, I see. Let's see. I used to have a recurring dream where I'd break through my bedroom wall into a reality full of incomprehensible shapes and colors, slowly expanding to impossible sizes. The whole time, I felt an impending sense of imminent doom and pure dread. I hope I can experience it again. That is crazy sounding dream, my dude. Crazy sounding dream. Incomprehensible shapes and colors. Dang. That must be a sensation right there. X, are you a dream interpreter or something? I'm not, but my theory on dreams is that it is the subconscious mind processing information that you've accumulated in the day and mapping it with like your emotions and stuff, but not in a kind of like intentional meaning way. I think there's just a lot of noise colliding, and it manifests into this weird hallucination like experience where the thing with dreams is that they're kind of real when you're in it, but then when you're awake, the illusion is completely broken. But I think what's happening is that different parts of your life and experiences are just being thrown into a mixing pot. And when we do that, I think that sometimes it stumbles upon connections between these different things in our lives, and we can create some sort of insight into what the dream, air quotes, means. But I don't think it's intentional. I think it's more like an accidental side effect. So you can dream something where it's just a bunch of random stuff and there isn't actually anything to glean from it. And then other times, some of those random things, they actually have strong connections and they can give you insights. They can make you look at your own feelings with a different perspective. Do I think bad dreams are from traumatic experiences? Possibly. Like, what is feeling bad? We all go through parts of life where we feel bad, and that manifests in dreams, right? So how would you be able to dream something that feels bad before experiencing feeling bad in real life? Like, there's always connections. It's just when that connection is made between various things, sometimes there's actually something of value there. But I think it's mostly just randomly assembled. You often have a weird dream where my eyes are like stuck shut, and when I have to open them, the light is so bright it actually hurts them. I wake up and I'm shocked I can see. That's an interesting one right there. That could be just like a simple fear of something unfortunate happening to you. Or it could be something deeper. Like, I have a recurring dream of being at an old job, and it's always the same thing. I'm there, and then there's some sort of conflict about like my hours, and you know, you're supposed to be working this shift, and it's usually me being like, no, in my mind it's like, I don't do this anymore, I'm a YouTuber, I'm my own boss, like, and I think it's just like my mind kind of like grappling with how much I like how everything is now, and how for the most part I wouldn't want to go back to doing that. So as soon as the whole memories of that old job sort of come into mind in the dream, they are then conflicted with where I'm at now, and it creates this recurring theme. And when I say recurring, by the way, it's the theme that recurs, and each time like the situation is different people involved, different location, but generally the same thing, you know? And that's my own little psychoanalysis right there. That'll make our station extra cozy, but now let's get back to business. There are still some resources missing from my list. So we've got 400 credits for that. Titanium and water are the new things that we need to discover. Can't find the resources you need? Click here to the map button in the top left to explore more asteroids. So we go out of that first view, and now we can go over to the second one. We can see the little spaceships coming back here to the space station. We haven't clicked on that to see what's going on there yet. But we need to spend tech points to discover it. We've accumulated 15 tech points, something I haven't particularly been paying attention to. 5 will discover it. And now we're discovering, I guess. That cat dragon says, I've had recurring dreams about the same scenario, but I take different choices every time. Groundhog Day type stuff. Freak me out a bit. So it's like you start at the same point and then it divulges into different directions. That's very interesting. I would be curious if you had such a solid starting point with a recurring dream, like, is that a very significant thing? Maybe it's something that happened in the past that your like mind goes back to and starts from. My anxiety is ruling all my dreams right now and it just sucks. Thanks for the stream to distract it, says Safarian. Hey, if you're struggling with anxiety, I'd recommend investigating a few things. One would be, let's say, like ambient music. I find ambient music to be peaceful and calming and soothing. Maybe spend a little more time in nature, go for a walk, that kind of thing. Also, maybe look into doing a little meditation. You know, actively try and reduce the anxiety. When I read comments about people struggling with something with anxiety, I having suffered with it myself, it feels like a state of being, and it often feels like you should feel this way, as if this is how you should feel. It's quite hard to become, air quotes, detached from your feelings sometimes, and to look at them like, this isn't me, this is just the way my body is creating feelings right now. And then, you know, it's kind of like working a muscle. You have to work to make it better, you know? You have to do things that sway it in a different direction. The starting point was pretty generic to real life, but it would branch out into other stuff. Interesting. Use white noise from your computer fans running at night. Oh wait, there's a beginning part of that message. When I had a recurring dream, I'd eventually catch on to it being a dream because I've seen it so many times that I was able to lucid dream. Lucid dreaming doesn't work for me, but we're going to go down a rabbit hole talking about this stuff. Now we can enter the discovered asteroid and land on it. How long did that take? I don't know. I was looking at chat. I was waffling. Yellowfish says, I've not been able to sleep at all lately, so I've usually just been falling asleep whenever my body decides. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Like, listening to your body can be good, but the circadian rhythm is an important thing to like, you know, flow with. Your body needs that, like, rhythm, that groove, that routine. There is a meditation exercise called Visiting Your Safe Space. It helped me a lot with anxiety and special falling asleep. I've not encountered that one before. It sounds interesting. Is it where you... I think I've heard something similar where you create like a garden in the mind, was the analogy I heard. You sort of put together loads of things that you like maybe a piece of music, you imagine it, and then it's like a place, like a tranquil garden, and then you imagine that the weather's warm and nice and just how you like it, and maybe then someone brings you out a lovely cup of hot tea, and like people that you love are there, and you just sort of imagine a perfect moment, and then that can kind of stir your emotions, like the positive emotions, right? Now you can enter and discover. Now you can enter the discovered asteroid and land on it. Yo, let's go build a launch pad. Hey, look at all the titanium and water around here, waiting for us. Oh, it's waiting for us. Also, we've got little green blobs. I'm gonna build on top of them. Ah, pin feathers. We're out of credits. Dang it, we are. That's no problem. These shiny nuggets are just what we need to get some extra credits. Yolk just need to collect them. Deploy rover? Yo, what is going on here? We've got a little rover. Can I direct it to do something? Well, this is no simulation, Ensign. You must use the utmost caution. Am I understood? Yes, sir, Captain, sir. I like your spirit, Ensign. Yolk. But you don't need to call me sir, just Captain will do nicely. Drag a path from the rover and gather up those shiny nuggets for some extra credits and tech. Okay, where else did we see those? Wait, are those things them as well? Apparently so. Right, and that gave us 55 credits. Let's draw the little extractor. So this type of resource was water. Was it? Okay, yeah, no, we're getting water there, and then we need to get the other one here. So I'm going to plop that right there. Drag a little pipe. And now we've got both resources coming in, and it's just a matter of time. We need 4 of each. Yelp needs to send a rover to explore, says Maddie. Explore, eh? Oh, God. Lazy Pandaman says, wait, can you play this game? I believe the demo is coming out tomorrow. If not, it'll be later in June. Yes, you create the perfect safe space for yourself. It can be everything. A wood, a coast. It's important is only... Nothing can hurt you there. Interesting. Oh, by the way, going to Japan stopped my daily meditation, and I haven't picked it back up yet. I was also really, like, struggling. Like, first few months of this year, it was all going great, and then I just kind of, like... My mind just got really busy again, and it was like the meditation wasn't batting away that busyness. And I was really struggling with it, but I kept it up all the way till I went to Japan. So I haven't, like, meditated for a while. I need to start doing that again in the morning. Alright, almost done. The last thing we need to do here is fill up our oxygen tanks so we're ready to travel onwards. Can I claim that? Good. And then, what's this? Oxygen. I'm going to guess this is like a processing thing. Refiner. Hello. To produce oxygen, we need a refiner. Click it in the building inventory. Start the research. This costs you tech points. So 10 of those. Yes. Also, can you, like, go get those again? Do they just, like, reappear? If they do, and if they're in the exact same spot, I wonder if I can have it go on a loop constantly. Doesn't look like it can. Alright, we're waiting for this thing now. Decana Heaven says, so much for streaming the same time as yesterday. I guess I'll do my house chores after this. Yeah, I woke up early, so it all changed. Yellowfish says, oh yeah, I was journaling for a bit, but when it stopped, that's when my sleep thing started. Hey, maybe get back into the journaling again. Random Doodles, you love Kurzgesagt. Who doesn't, right? The cat dragon says, I can't meditate. I've got dissociative disorder, and it just makes them worse. If I need my brain to shut up for a bit, I can just detach from myself from reality entirely. Yeah, I know very little about dissociative disorders. On the bright side, I found out where my confusion came from. I looked at the database of A Bird Story, not Starbirds. There you go. Excellent news. I've completed the research. I need to build a refiner for you. Claim the quest reward. Claiming it. Bam. Claiming it, son. Alright, refine research. Drag it from the building inventory onto the asteroid. Bam. Place an extractor on a water deposit and connect it to the refiner. And then the refiner will convert it into oxygen. And I guess we do that, right? I guess we do that. Now we wait, perhaps. We can see the progress here. That's pretty cool. And now we're doing the quest. Not bad. Yellowfish says, my night routine was Star Trek, then journal, using the day's star date, of course. That's brilliant. And then switch to Gumball if I fall asleep. Yo! Chimera, welcome to the stream, my dude. Well done. We stocked up on supplies. Now nothing stands in our way of discovering even more valuable Earth fruits. Nothing stands in our way, people. Except more quests. Hey, Sector 1 has been completed. Excellent work, Flock. With all these materials stocked and our machines fixed up, it should be a smooth journey to our next destination. I recalibrated our devices and improved the precision of our trajectory calculation by 20%. That is if my math is correct, and I do believe it is. Space exploration isn't about math. You've got to expect the unexpected. Trust your gut. Tell me, Rust, is your gut familiar with Kestrel's laws of planetary motion? Or maybe I didn't need to stay up all night doing their calculations that stopped us from being smashed apart by asteroids. Thank you, Stella. I'm sure Rust was joking. Captain, let's put all that math to work then, Flock. To the stars. To the stars and beyond. Look at that. Wait, 30% of what? How do I get higher than 30%? How does that work? Is it time-based? Maybe it's time-based. Yo, I'm gonna I can't play the animation because I don't have the iPad. I'm gonna go get the iPad and I'm gonna switch to standing. Had a little sit down for the beginning of the stream, you know. Captain, I'm getting strange readings from this sector. Oh, I bet you are, Stella. I bet you are. My sensors have picked up a Statistica anomaly. Something with extreme mass and density. Oh, that sounds like a black hole. That sounds just the kind of resource we're looking for. Where is it? We'll have to get closer to investigate. But Captain, there is the matter of debris fields. I'd advise we make our approach steadily over the next few days, carefully monitoring. What are you squawking about? Captain, this is the great unknown we came out here for. Don't let Stella scare you. Don't let Stella stale you. Ugh. What? I'm not scared. Science Officer Stella set a course for that group of asteroids. Scared? I'm not afraid of rocks. We're very close now. Let's go find this strange object. Ew! Ew, what's going on here? We will continue in just a moment, my friends. I'm going to mute the microphone, nip to the loo, grab my iPad, and then we'll crack on with the stream. Can anyone tell me what the emote I was supposed to play was? I've forgotten. Maybe it was the desk emote because I'm standing up now. I think it was the desk emote, right? Right, this music is nice, says Yellowfish. Yeah, it's got a nice spacey ambient soundtrack going on. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's go find this strange object. Is that the strange object? That's just an asteroid. It's got water, it's got gold, yo. We're very close now. Let's go find the strange object. Sure. Well, oh, do I click there? Bam. The rock has been... This rock has to be the culprit. What is that? Great gizzards. I've never seen something like this before. I'd like to take it to our station for examination, but it seems to have fused with the asteroid. That ain't no problem. All you need is an excavation hub, and lucky you, I know how to build one. Yeah, look at this. We've got 2 new things to research. In fact, there's like another slot here that's new to us. So, research not affordable, not researchable. So we're going to have to earn some research points. You're missing tech points to start researching. One way to obtain tech points is to extend your space mission with modules. Sorry, space station. All right, so we build a lab by the looks of it. Let's accept that. Where do I build the lab? We get a station level and tech points, but it requires 6 water. So we're probably going to go plop that there, drag a little cable, start getting some water, right? I think we're doing it right. Estelian, thank you for the welcome back. Bakian says, hey Asuma, hey Shadow, did anyone ever find that film from ages ago X was talking about the ship getting to the edge of the universe and seeing a mirror of themselves? Nope, never found it. That's one of those things I've given up on and let go now. I've put in too many hours into trying to figure out what the heck it was. It might have even just been a very vivid dream or something. It's such an old memory of mine. But I feel like if I ever saw it, I'd definitely know what it was. Chimera says, I've never seen that animation before. Have you seen... Wait, I'm not even sure what this one is. I'm just going to press the button and then quickly switch over. I probably haven't used this one in a long, long time. It's Derpcoin. Is it Interstellar? No, it's definitely not. Like, I've had so many guesses thrown my way. And none of them have come close. Alright, the lab is ready. Bam. Modules need taking care of. Sometimes like plants. Completing supply quests is a reliable way to earn credits and tech points by delivering more of the same resources. Sweet. Oh, right. Okay, let's go with the lab one. Or... maybe actually let's get some coins first. And then start the research, because with the money... I think we can probably go ahead and put an extractor down here. Can I run it through the other one, I wonder? I feel like that red flashing light is telling me no, I can't. So I then have to click the pipe. Remove it. Do that. And is that the thing I got to remove later? Let's go ahead and put a little connection here. Little connection there. We've still got a fair amount of credits. This thing is being researched. I don't know how much it's going to cost. There are loads of quests now. How do I let my flock know which one is the most important? The uppermost quests will get resources first. Rearrange quests by dragging and dropping them in any order you want. Very nice. I think. So that one I can't rearrange. Yo, what's this? An engine room? They want silicon, which we don't have. Gold. I'm going to guess we need to process something to make silicon. So we'll probably find that out in a minute even. Since we're getting gold coming through, I'm going to accept that one right now. What one was this? Is that the research thing? Yes, it is. I kind of want to build that next. 250 and 5. Let's go get a rover. And then we can get some of those resources, right? That seems to be a fair amount of them. So now we can build that thing. Oh no, you need 5 of the other points as well. Okay, I got it. Alright, so the lab is done. The solar sails are done. Do we get to, like, see those things here? Somewhere? Let's go back to the map. Space station. We haven't really ever zoomed in on this. So wherever those upgrades are, I'm not actually quite sure. Mixer new in chat. Welcome to the stream, my dude. Why is X live during West Coast hours, says Kirby? Because I'm awake. That's why. Or maybe Futurama was parodying the film. Yeah, it's not the Futurama episode, I can tell you that. The only movie that ever comes to mind being on the edge of... is either Beyond the Edge 2016. Okay, and Mirror Reflection. I will have a quick look after the stream. Just going to grab your message and I'll have a look. I've got a feeling I've looked at a couple of those movies before, but we'll find out. I'll find out even. Hey, it'd be great to find that movie. And I'll watch it and I'll be like, well, there you go. It does exist. All right, what are we doing? Okay, so we can get solar sails again. Maybe this isn't a thing that actually, like, appears. Maybe these are more like... you're just upping your values, right? And this is, like, the theme of it or something. So we want to pick something that we can actually do, which is like oxygen is craftable because it's made from water. So now what we want to do is get another launch pad, an extractor, a refiner, and then just drag these things together. And then we'll slowly get that. The extraction hub we need the research points for. Okay, let's see what this one is. So we definitely need to do that, right? And just accept that. We've got loads of gold. Do we have it already stockpiled? No, I think it's from this point onwards, right? Then we'll be able to build that thing. However, I'm going to need to keep doing this. Let's get you in there. Oh, look, another one just popped up. Right, now we have enough to build the thing. We just need the research points. And we got that thing. And now we've got another quest. Okay. So I reckon we need to discover some of these things, like silicon. I'm not going to accept any of these right now. What I'm going to do is come back to the one other resource we have on this planet, which is gold. Try and find a spot that works a little better for us here. I'm going to go put the extractor there, and then draw the most ridiculous pipe in this direction. We're going to have another refiner. Yeah, I don't think that worked. I don't think it liked that. But you can see where we've got to go at least. So from there, still kind of looks like something's wrong. Maybe it just needs the resources to arrive. Yeah, where's my little rover dude? Let's get you collecting more stuff. Oh, now you got to come back over this side. Then it's got to go over there. Alright. What's going on? What's going on? It looks like it's working, but what is it producing? So if I come down to this thing, we should see the history of what it gets. Ash! So gold gets refined into ash. Huh. Right, that kind of sucks. Let's go get that so we can build our excavation hub. Oh wow. It doesn't like this location, does it? How do I like cancel that? What if I press escape? Backspace? Spacebar? Maybe just click there. Click here. Let's go click on that. Recall and recall that. So we're no longer producing any gold or ash. So when I click here now, I just lost a bunch of credits. I'm not sure why. Okay, maybe this is the way I want to do these runs, right? Just continuously hold it down. Right, I should have enough to build that thing again. Come on, roof. What's taking so long with the excavation? I want to get that strange object. Hey, this isn't like building a nest. Sticks and feathers ain't gonna cut it for high-tech work. Unless you want to peck that thing out with your beak. No, that doesn't sound like much fun. That's what I thought. Now let's get going. I'm gonna need these resources to get started. Alright. Deliver the resources from Roof's quest directly to the excavation hub. So what do we want? We want gold, we want oxygen, and we want it to go to this location. We will get a lot in return for that, so... one there, one here. Gonna pump them directly in, and that one's underway. Alright, what's this menu up here, by the way? Excavation hub has a strange object. The launch pad has a big crater. This is like the wiki. Oh, I see. Incompatible resources. So that's a catch-all for stuff that doesn't go into the refiner. I see. So it was gold that we put in there. Right, so we've got some undiscovered materials. I'm starting to think that maybe they're available on the other little planets. How does this work up here? Like, we get a tick next to it. I click there and it sort of goes up here or something. Very strange. And then we got the buildings. Right. This little thing is doing its thing. So let us now go back to this view, I believe. It seems like space management on these tiny asteroids is going to be important, says Random Doodles. Yeah, it does seem so. Ash might just be a gem item from one of the byproducts of gold refining. It is for any refined item, it would seem, that doesn't conform to those standards. Let's go to this island. Why am I calling it an island? Asteroid. Let's go to this asteroid. I need to use research points to discover it. Okay, let's go there. Ah, and it shows us the materials we weren't aware of. So this one's got like 3. Whereas that one's actually unique. There might be like a 5th item on that one. But anyway, 3 is good. 3 new items is good, right? We are going to go ahead and, well, we can't actually do anything yet. We need research points. We need more moolah. Let's go try and earn some of that stuff. So what are our new quests? I mean, water is always trickling in, and I would like some tech points, but we'll go for the credits to start building on the new island. Similar choice here. I just got to pick something we actually have, and we kind of only got one of these so far, so it's not worth doing, I think. Interesting. Interesting. Let's go ahead and... So when I recall this, do my credits go up? They don't. We don't get any credits back for that. Where am I going? This way? My path is janky. Just the way we like it. That'll do. That'll do. You've done your work. Yeah, and then we need the research points. So now it became a bit of a waiting game, right? Like these automation games, they always hit these points where you all of a sudden you're just waiting. Which is what we're doing right now. So another supply request if we want more coin or we want research points. Like we just keep coming back here and selecting those. It's kind of interesting. Quite manual at the moment, isn't it? Like I can, if you continuously do this over and over again, I could see yourself wanting it to be automated, perhaps. Why is there also a 2 there? Am I limited to having 2 more? Camera says free is good. That's why you should use your Twitch Prime for a free subscription on Xisuma. Oh, oh, look at that, promoting the Prime. Thank you, Chimera. X, you're sending water to the excavation hub, not oxygen. Oh. Oh, thank you for pointing it out. Here I am waiting. Yeah, we need one of these here. Recall that. Go there, go there. My bad. Thanks for pointing that out, dude. So that's why we got halfway there, because we got 1/2 of the objective done. If you think about it, asteroids are islands in the ocean of space. That is very, very true. That is very true. Yo, we got noises in the air. I missed them a minute ago. Blue Ming 858, 4 months. I can't think of a message, but thank you for your streams. I can't get enough of Tunnel Raps, keeping me alive. That is so cool to hear. I was thinking of putting together a game Tuesday evening. I just keep forgetting to get around to it. I might stream that if we do it. Yo, Elliot Draws, thank you for 19 months. Dad joke of the month. There was a break-in at the wig factory. The police are combing the area. Oh my god, these jokes. These jokes. Thank you for your 19 months, my dude. NXpert is here for 15 months with the Prime. Thank you for using the Prime on me. Appreciate it, my dude. X, does it get hot over there in the summer? It can do, but like right now it's pretty mild, the weather. I absolutely loved the weather in Japan. That was gorgeous. Really warm every day. I loved it. The right kind of warm as well, you know. Wow, we just gave ourselves a big boost here. I kind of feel like we probably want more of those. Now we can. Oh no, wait, I'm looking at it the wrong way around. We've still got more work to do on the other asteroid. I guess I'll accept that. Looking good so far. The next step is to tickle the object with a little radiation. I'm going to need some uranium. The only problem is there ain't no uranium on this rock. We need to get it from some other asteroid. To receive resources from another asteroid, you need a landing pad. Research it from the building inventory. Landing pad, let's go. Bam. Right, so we're doing that. We're doing that. And then we're probably going to go for the solar sails, since we're going to hop over and do the uranium one. Even though we set that one up, we're going to come here and do that one next, so we've got to discover it. And then we enter. If I actually click on it. Good morning, Xisuma. I hope I'm not too late. I just woke up, says Hilma. We've been streaming this game for a while. So a lot of it might seem a little... What's going on, you know? What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. Na 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 na. Right, hi. Let's get the buggy down. Get these little things. And then what do we do here? We need to extract uranium. Let's put 2 extractors down. I don't know if it needs refining. Surely uranium would, like, refine into something else, right? I do kind of need to save the pennies for the other asteroid, I think. So 2 for now will be okay. So while that's happening, which will contribute to this, I think that's going to just run now. Like, that's automated. So we'll then go over here to this asteroid and start work on the next bit here as well. So we built that thing, and now we don't have too much money, but we got this material, which is new to us. That material, is that new to us, that one? Which one's that? And also this one here. So then we put the pipes in, and now those resources will trickle in. Huh. I wonder if you could, like, unlock later on some sort of automated roaming. Just leave it on the planet and let it slowly pick things up. Alright, so now all the resources can trickle in. We've got our solar sails. We will now go for more money again, I think. Then we have this one here. Now that is, if you look at that, this is for the other, hang on, this is for the other type of extractor. So let's go ahead and leave this planet and just assume that we'll get some of those resources for our other quests. It wants that thing, which costs more than we have. If I grab my little rover, we'll be able to get it. Cool. Now we can get an excavation hub. Now, where do I build this? Because it wants me to build it on that thing. I think I now understand what it was saying a moment ago about creating this, the landing pad. So, how do I click out of this? If I click there, does it go away? Yeah. No, it doesn't. Okay, there we go. We deselected. No, we haven't. The whole selection thing's a bit irritating. Siberian Wolf, thank you so much for 18 months, my dude. Double Twitch baby. Yes. Double Twitch, you can have an emote. Double Twitch baby. Thank you for your support, my dude. Did I see the new Shapes 2 update? Might be cool for a revisit. I think I read about it. I'll make a note. I'm not sure I have the appetite for playing too many games at the moment. But I'll check it out for sure. Alright, so this thing right here, we're still researching it. Let's now click on the side. We just got some more coinage. We'll go for research next. We will claim the landing pad. I've researched the landing pad to receive the uranium to make sure it's safe. Let's place a big crater on the excavated asteroid. Big crater, eh? I think it means build it on the big crater, right? Let's place it in a, yeah, okay. I don't know what the heck I just said or read, but that is the correct thing. This one is humming with, I didn't read that. Our rockets are delivering the uranium to our station by default. Let's go back to the map and change its destination. Before we do, I would actually like to just quickly change this so that it now, these ones come over here, right? That's the idea, isn't it? And where's my little rover? Collect a few bits while we can. There is a bit of an interface here popping up, I think, but it wants us to go back to the main map, so we'll do that. Click on the uranium icon and drag it to the landing pad on the other asteroid. This will produce the rockets to the landing pad. That icon there, maybe? Did I build a landing pad over here? Or did I build the landing pad? I think I might have built the landing pad in the wrong place. Because I was just on this island. Siberian Wolf says I gave up on him not butchering my name. It's my original ex nickname. It is. Embrace it. Embrace the jank. So I think we made a mistake here. I think the landing pad was supposed to go on this planet. I mean, it is a landing pad. Receives resources from other asteroids. Yeah, so that was supposed to go here. So now what we need to do is go back to the other one. Enter it. I won't get refunded, unfortunately, but we get rid of that. And this, and that. So this was set up correctly the whole time. Where's the other one? 2. However many there were. Right, that'll get us a few more coins. Alright, so we go back to this view. And now we... Did we build the thing on this? I think we did. So we go like that, yeah, to there. Then we build that connection. Let's go and enter it. Okay, so now it will receive that stuff here at the landing pad that I just built. And then that has to take it to that one, I think. That is the excavation hub. So, like, that to there. Things will land here and then go into this. So we're now moving materials between asteroids to process them. Brilliant. All right, I think for our next quest, we will go for... Ooh. Let's go for this one. And for this one, we're going to go for coins as well. And now we've done that one. We're almost there. Pretty sure this is the last thing we need to break the strange object loose. Whoa, quartz. Okay, we've got to find quartz somewhere. Wait, what is this quartz resource? Never heard of it. Hover your cursor over Ruth's quest, then click the quartz to open the wiki, which I literally just closed. Oh, we need a chemical lab. Let's start the research. It would appear that we need to produce a quartz ourselves, and we'll need a chemical lab for that. There you go, I'm one step ahead. Right, there go the research points. Yo, we got Lightly Lucid here for 26 months. I've tried to go to sleep like 3 times now. I give up. It's 2 AM and I'm here now. That's one of those nights, I guess. Welcome to the stream. And thank you for 26 months of support. Callie, I do use OBS for recording and slobs for streaming. Do you have any recs on recording software? I've not made YouTube videos since 5th grade. Yeah, if you want to make YouTube video, OBS. Just go with OBS. It's top notch. Right, chemical lab has been researched. Let's claim it. Good job, Stella. So according to the wiki, we should combine the water with silicon in the chemical lab. That we will do. Water and silicon in the chemical lab. Let's get these quests going again. I will take... do we have that going for us? Do we have the uranium? It goes into this thing. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Because currently it goes into the other thing, right? Okay, so we got a lot of money, a lot of research points, but now we need water and silicon together. Where's... Hang on, I'm clicking in the wrong spot. Materials, there's quartz. So I think what we might do is send water over to here now. This is where it might get really complicated because, well, that needs a receiving thing. Let's set up, let's do a little experiment. Let's set up another water extractor here. We'll take the money because we're building a lot of infrastructure. Okay, so if I come down here and get distracted by these little things, I need another water deposit. Kind of feels like we're running out of space. Let's put 2 extractors down for water. Now that's a landing pad. We want a launch pad. So we're going to send water to here. Now that might appear as a second water module here, which it doesn't. No, it does. My mistake. Oh, dude, zooming in at this level, so handy. So now we go to this island. Asteroid, sorry. Yeah, by the way, the dialogue here hasn't, like, progressed forward. Like, feels like it's stuck or something. So it's on this one here that we want to build a landing pad. Then when we go back to this view, water can land here now. So if I take that water module and do that. Why would that not work? Did I build the wrong thing? Thanks for the confirmation. No problem at all. It goes into the landing pad symbol. Ah, let's try that. Oh, I see it. I see it now. There. Ah, now we made the connection. So now on this, we're going to have the 2 ingredients, silicon and water. Then we need to produce the chemical lab. So I'm going to go put that over here. Create a little connection. Now we need silicon. Which one is silicon again? That one. So one there. Maybe we can get a second one here. That was a janky little pipe. Okay, but now it's doing that. And then I guess that thing goes here. So that it can... Yeah, there you go. Excellent work, Flock. We're now refining a steady stream of quartz. Do you need anything further, Science Officer? Maybe a tissue. My chemical lab, it's just so beautiful. Sniff. I wish we had brought a poet on this mission. Come now, Stella. It takes all sorts to make some quartz. Oh, Captain, that's very poetic. Now let's deliver this quartz to the excavation site so Ruth can separate the strange object. To the excavation site? Ah. Okay, so now we go here. I think it's going to need its own... Yeah, I know what step we need to go to. It needs its own launch pad. So that little bit right there we need to undo. I can see now how, like, laying out your islands is going to become an important part of the game. Because that is definitely inefficient. And I'm not sure it actually reached. There we go. That gives it its own unique connection now. Currently it's blank. It's blankety blank. And I think that's the one that goes to the... Oh. So we can only have one connection, maybe? What's going on here as well? Look at all the rockets. Oh my god, this game is getting increasingly complicated. So that is our excavation hub. And now we need another landing pad. And we've only got one left. And we need it to go and connect to this thing. Alright, now we go back to the map. Still only got one of those connections here. No, now we've got another one. Okay. But then we've got this jam going on. So what the heck happened there? I think Oh boy, I think I made a bit of a mess. So water is coming along nicely to there. That one should be connected to that, right? But it's not. Is it actually connected? I think it might actually be connected. That goes through there. And then the water one's just throwing us off because it's like backed up. Alright, let's see what's going on here. We'll take that and we'll do solar cells again. Hey, and that worked. That's Sector 2 completed. I've never seen birds gather resources so fast. It seems mystery is an excellent motivator. Now let's take a closer look at this strange object. Hold on to your bird butts. Just gotta lift this thing carefully. Then I can, Whoa, Captain. You're not gonna believe this, but it's flying. Hold on to your bird butts, people. There's a quote. Quick, hitch it over to my rover. That'll stop it from floating away. But it's not floating away, it's just floating. Like magic, we'll have to see what the inside of this rock it could be. Like a tiny alien spaceship or something. Excuse me, we're going to open up this potentially dangerous object. We're doing it in a controlled lab environment. You heard Stella, to the lab. Command team only. Oh, and Ensign Yolk, you come too. I don't want you to miss this. Traffic jam in space, more likely than you think, says Mixanu. It does seem a little strange. But the jam is like not enough landing spaces, so they got to hang out up above the asteroid, right? But which way is up in space? Maybe they're below it. Lightly Lucy says, I watch a lot of Kurzgesagt and Astrum, and one night, like tonight, I couldn't sleep and I found a wiki article called Future of Earth, and it's about astronomical and geological ways in which the world would end. Highly recommended, unless you're susceptible to an existential crisis. Yeah, that doesn't sound like it's good for the old existential crisis, does it? Have you found out what it is? Something not native to our system. You are here. It came all the way from over there. Dang. Wait a minute. I recognize those stars. I know what universe that is. It's the alternate universe. Why don't you get 30%, man? How do I score better? It's got to be playtime. It's got to be related to playtime. Nice, nice. Go on an expedition or stay here. What if we click on that? Sublina, Sector 2.1, a little detour. Into the unknown, that's what it's all about. Let's explore this sector and bring home some of the treasures we can find around here. This expedition is a bonus sector to Sublina. Replay this level as many times as you like, it'll be different every time. Ah, so if we go back to the in-game menu, and well, it's not there, but you remember I said there was like that sub-level off to the side? This is the sub-level. So this is like the last part of the demo. And I think we're playing without like the dialogue here and new materials as well, so we can kind of see how complicated this thing gets. Wow, there's actually like a lot of new materials here. Let's go ahead and enter this one. It's just got one material for now. Let's see how this plays with everything unlocked and the tutorial gone. So we put down our pad. Oh, now we get to see like things are in categories. Okay. So like extractors and ice extractors. Whoa, refiner, chemical lab, crucible, optics factory, component lab, habitat, forge, star factory, electronics factory, solar panel, cable hub, nuclear reactor. You got to do power generation, logistics, display rover, launch pad, landing pad, pipe hub, plateau ramp, small explosive, large explosive. Interesting. There is a lot more stuff going on in this game. We're going to go ahead and extract this, as well as plot down a little rover. And just send that there. That'll go back to the main resource hub. And then we're probably going to get a quest related to that. Yeah, we'll accept and we'll get some coinage. And then in order to perhaps finish this area, we need all of those things. Interesting. So we have, I guess, gotten started. Maybe what we want to do on this planet is just, to begin with, so that we can earn more coin and stuff, is just get 4 of these all going. Oh, that didn't make it. That didn't make it. And then we'll use... That's not the Land Rover. Where's the Land Rover? There you are. I'm going to say, we'll use this guy to explore. So there's the next bit where we can put some. Bam. Feels like I could have put that in the wrong location. It should have been closer to these deposits. Right, but that'll, you know, effectively maximize the speed for now, I think. And allow us, if we get the same material again here, to earn stuff quicker. But we haven't. So water might be the next one to go for, I think. And then, look at that. Now we can get research points. Now we can get credits. I think I'm going to start work on the research points immediately. We'll take... Wait, didn't I just accept that from you? So there's 2 of those running. Interesting. Let's go accept the water. So back to this view. By the way, I'm trying to play a little faster now to see if we can get a good score here. So we need to discover that, and then we're going to go there and get water. So that we can continue to easily bring in some coinage. Which might actually be, I don't know. Maybe not that difficult, actually. Maybe I don't need to do water next, right? We do need to think about, like, these materials. Okay, so if we go to the wiki and we look at them. What do we need? We need that thing. So water and carbon in the chemical lab. Carbon is methane and oxygen. Right, and I think if I research this, we're probably going to find... Oh no, wait, oxygen from water. Right, so I can make carbon there, but then I have to go ship it to this planet. Oh, and then we discover more stuff. Interesting. I'm going to keep discovering. Right, so we're going to have to do some serious planning here. Now, this one has a part of the objective. The resource is just there, waiting to be found. It is that one, which is sulfur. That might, I was going to say, it might require something special to extract. I'm not sure. Maybe we won't do that one straight away. Maybe we'll have a look around here a little bit. A little bit more. Okay, so I think we want to start earning some more research points, right? Let's go do that. And that. Okay, and then the park requires water. We still want to get that done. Okay, so we've got sulfur and water together. So we might, you know, you might get a combination of things here that help you do stuff a little quicker. I think what we're going to focus on is this one. So we want to create water and combine it with carbon. Carbon is made from these 2 things. So we want methane and water on the same planet, which we have here. So it feels like this would be the next logical spot to go visit. I think in another parallel universe, X is like an engineer who really likes playing games like Minecraft. I mean, I do engineering stuff in Minecraft, right? When we build farms and whatnot. I feel like we've already ticked that box. Where are the ore deposits? Do I not see them until I've clicked that? Interesting. I'll take some more, and then I'll take some of that. Ah, okay, that's the way that works. There's a bit of luck, actually. It's a bit of luck. Let's go put down a little rover dude. And have you collect all this stuff. What is going on with this path that I'm drawing? It's super janky, but it works. Right, now I'll leave it to do its thing. Okay, so in order to make carbon, we want methane and oxygen. So we're gonna put our extractor here, and now we need to find water nearby. There's water. Which, by the way, I need to ship water anyway, so let's put one there that goes straight to that. And then this one that goes into the refiner. And then we need to combine them together in the chemical lab, was it? Chemical lab? Where is that down here? Wait, it's all... it's already unlocked. I sort of assumed that I needed to unlock it for some reason. What a dingus dookus. A dingus dongus. That's the one, isn't it? What a dankle doogle I am. Alright, so now we're already producing carbon. Actually, what was the carbon and methane makes that stuff? Maybe we'll delete this. Let's also claim some stuff. And now we can start to... I'm going to go with that one. No, wait. None of these are being piped back. But we want the upgrade. Okay, let's go create like a methane extractor. That just pumps it like straight into the thing. Okay, we'll go with coinage. Yep, so we're slowly getting that, and then we've got another one here. Also, I need more coinage. Right. Dude, this island produces so many of these little things to collect. Oh, it's too satisfying. It's too satisfying. Okay. So we've got the methane thing sorted. So now we want another chemical lab that has methane and carbon. So if I go put an extractor here, and then we go for our chemical lab about there, and then we take the carbon that is coming out of this, and it, yeah, almost goes to there, that one goes to here. That should be the whole process right there. And let's say we wanted to scale it up, I might be able to double the extractors, but now we are producing hydrocarbon, and that will contribute to this goal here, in theory, if I've done things correctly. Next one, we're going to go for... Ooh. If I accepted this, we could go set up sulfur quickly. Sounds like a good idea. Let's go to the planet with sulfur. Enter that. Put down our landing pad thing. And then put in an extractor on the sulfur. Just send it there. And that's that. I might even... Wait a minute. Was that part of the... Yeah, it's part of the main objective. This one should probably have like 4 going in. Which it now has. Alright, so lots of that sulfur stuff getting pumped back. Hey, we've only got one more thing to do, and it's... we did the most complicated one first. It's just oxygen, so let's find a planet with water. Like maybe this one here. Oh, dude, if I'd have gone to that one, we could have done both objectives together. Let's enter it. Ah, we're very low on money. But we just earned some more. Yeah, I need more cash. I need a cash injection, peeps. Right, we've got enough to build that, but then we can't really do much more with it. Gonna throw down a rover. Which is free, which is nice. Oh, dude. Because this planet's big, it's kind of easy to swing it around and rotate. This thing's going to be busy for a while. Okay. I'll let it do its roaming. We've got 130. So, what did I say I needed? Water? So there's your water. And there's a bit that's closer. Let's go and put an extractor on the water. And then we want a refiner. So we need another 100 coin. We only got 92, 93. Did X connect the hydrocarbon plant to the launch pad? I believe so. We can go double check on it. I mean, our hydrocarbons have come in, so it would appear that we have done that correctly. Now I can put that there and draw the pipes, and that stuff will start to head back. The lab needs more. Is it because it's all going to that, it's not going to this one? I'm going to guess that's what's happening right there. Right, but now we start to get... you can see it here as well. Look, it goes to that quest first before this one. If I then drag that here, does that mean it prioritizes the lab? Ah, okay. Because I remember we learned that earlier, but it wasn't particularly, like, relevant at the time, I guess. And now the lab is done. Brilliant. And we can get another upgrade here. What is that thing? Acid? Oh my god. The tech tree goes deeper, right? Magnesium, we haven't found that. Let's go ahead and just accept a simple one for now. Okay, this is working. It's just a case of, should I scale it up a little bit? Kind of looks like it's on a 1-for-1 here, so I put the extractor in. I'm going to run out, although we just earned some more, so we'll do that. And now that looks better, doesn't it? Alright. Kind of low on coinage, so we'll do that. And the main objective is almost done. 4 more pieces is what we need. Crazy. Crazy. I'm not sure how we can... Oh, there we go. Expedition complete. Replay this level as a new expedition or stay here and maximize your score. How can I see what my score is already? 13 stars? Oh, we've not clicked on this before. When do I get to see that, like, end of level score, I'm wondering, though? Interesting. So, to continue getting... Oh, there it is. There. Wait. Oh. I would have liked to have stayed in that area a bit more. And I also didn't get to see what the score was. Oh, my God. Well, what's to come? Not in the demo. Electricity, yeah? Further star systems, new surface challenges, more buildings, and building upgrades. What happens if I click here? Hey! So we got 24%. Interesting. Let's see what if we start upgrading stuff, what happens to our score. Okay, so living quarters, we take that. 14 stars now. So what happens? How did I... What did I click on? I clicked on the bubble to see the score at the end. Stats, maybe? There it is. 26% now. Okay, right. We know what we're clicking on. We know what we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and accept this one because we can do that. But now it's encouraging us to go further into the tech tree, basically. Right, and here's how you... Okay, like, so your supply of certain things needs to go up and down. So if we want to get a better score, we, like, try and produce more carbon. I see, I see. I see what's going on. Let's go with that one next. So we might want to, like, revisit a level and maximize stuff. But I think right now what we probably want to do is let some of this guide us to where we're going next. I'm going to go to this planet and just sort out getting that carbon in because we have... You know, when you look at this, it's kind of hard to see what's going on. You have to hover over stuff. So that's... Okay, so that's the thing that uses some of the carbon, right? So I'd have to rebuild this setup. Water and that thing in order to get more carbon here. So one of those, which could have probably been a lot better positioned because where's the next thing? Huh. It's kind of looks like there's only one deposit of it. Wait, maybe that's it? Well, that's kind of bum. But can I get that to work? Yeah, I can. Okay, so that one needs to be refined. So what was it again? It was refiner, then chemical lab. So let's build it back to front. Like, chemical lab between them. Connection. That one goes straight into it. This one goes through the refiner. Which I can afford. You are this one here. And that, in theory, means that we're now going to create carbon and pump it back. And we can do this, and then we get a score for our carbon. Hopefully. Hopefully I've got it right. We're doing final research. We need to get the coinage in. Yep, there you go. All right, carbon is being produced. It will get shipped back. And, yeah, we're making progress on that front now. Good. I'll go ahead and accept the one for coin. Right, so... Time to make another material. Like, we know we need acid. So, acid... Oh, boy. So, we might need to redirect some of that carbon to sulfur. It's going to get complicated pretty quick, this, isn't it? It's going to get complicated quick. Xisuma, I was wondering if you could describe yourself with 10 words and give me a fake name. As for on book I'm writing with 10 words, I can work from there. I'm not good at that kind of, like, on the spot 10 words to describe myself kind of thing. Blue Ming, I'm going to set up some recipes. Awesome. Is this a planet or an asteroid? They're asteroids. Definitely asteroids. Definitely asteroids, right. So maybe we pick like a new setup where we can produce this stuff, although it's kind of looking like some planets are going to throttle us a little bit. So I could pump the methane. Oh wait, there's multiple recipes I've just realized. Like I could pump the methane over to the sulfur and then create the acid that way, or water and sulfur, which we have on that planet. So that seems like the one we should go for. Water and sulfur. Let's enter the planet. It's a big planet. Sulfur, that's not water. Water next to sulfur. Very good. Ah, get me some coin. Water next to sulfur. They go into a chemical lab. There's no processing before it, so we'll go put this thing down here. Now, I guess for now we just ship it back to this main thing, but we might end up wanting to ship this somewhere else, so we'll end up like building that setup again, but that will just take it back to the main thing. Let's now go accept acid because we just literally set that up, so that one gets to go. Earn some more coinage here, and then I think we just need to continue doing whatever it takes to get more coin. Okay, so after acids, like what's after that? Fertilizer, so hydrocarbon and sulfur. Interesting. Hydrocarbon is water and carbon carbon is methane. Setting up some complicated chains now, aren't we? Okay, it's always like, what's always annoying with these kind of games is you got to keep all of this stuff in mind, and it's very easy to quickly lose track of things when making these decisions. So it's like methane and oxygen for carbon, and then you can reuse the methane again, or the water. Let's go back to this view. Let's also select that one. Start getting all the upgrades, I guess. So I reckon there's going to be a cap on how many upgrades we can make to the space station. 41 tech points. I feel like because we haven't accepted that for a while, it's given us a big boost. Take the living quarters. All right. So methane I think, yeah, extract methane from one of these planets and ship it next door, or extract the water and ship it to that one. So how do we make the carbon again? Oxygen from water. So if we send water to this planet, then it's got everything it needs to make the carbon, which gets us all the way up to the hydrocarbon, and then we make that. So yeah, I'm going to ship it to this planet. So that means down here we need to make oh my god, this might actually not be a good idea. To be fair, it's just a chemical lab. Okay, right. Let's go and get ourselves... Ooh! Pipe hub! Split submerges pipes. Let's research. I didn't think we were going to get more stuff unlocked. Okay, so we want a landing pad that's going to take the sulfur and take its contents into a chemical lab. And then that chemical lab is going to ship it over here. So that's set up correctly. That's the end result on that planet. Let's go back to the previous one. Did I get early access? Yes. Very kind of Kurzgesagt to reach out and send me a copy. Right, we're about to do fertilizer, and we haven't done copper. So I think we'll accept that one next, since we're about to do that. Let's keep those research points flowing as well. Why not? Okay, now we need to go do the whole carbon setup thing again. So methane and water from oxygen. Right. Wait, does this planet have methane? Or is it that one that had like a tiny amount of it somewhere? Dude, I think I might have got Made a mistake here or something. Oh! The methane is there. Huh. Okay, we're going to go here and ship methane to this planet then. This will be quite simple. Let's get the extraction going. We get 2 extractors going to there. Now, when we go back to this view, we want to send that methane over to here, and then it's going to work with water. So, where is our water deposit? It's about there. Okay, we need to go to this tab and get the landing pads. I'm going to put it there. Let's get our extraction. Then it's going to go into a refiner. Right, that's the landing pad. So the methane comes from there. There's our oxygen. Now we need this. And then it creates carbon. And once again, we need another one of these. Taking that and that. And that's the stuff that then gets shipped off. So I'm gonna make another launch pad now. But the question is, where is it going to end up? Interesting. The layout of this has been particularly unkind, but we've got one there. Okay. It's hard to keep track of where you are and where the things are going. Here it is. That goes to there. Right. So back to this, and it should be a case of a couple of drags and we're good. So we want that to go to this empty one here, and this new empty one there goes to that. So methane comes from this planet, and then that's got the water to create the carbon, which then creates the hydrocarbon, and then it goes over to this planet where we use the hydrocarbon to create the fertilizer. So currently methane just got shipped across. If we jump into here, it probably won't take too long for that stuff to get going. It's kind of hard to recognize though, like when you come to your layouts, all the buildings look the same, and it feels like it'd be nice to like better visualize what's happening in front of you. But it looks like it's got all the bits going, and now that's heading over there, so that'll be sending it in our grid across to this one, and then that will be shipping it back to the beginning, and that'll get us the park eventually. Let's claim all the stuff. Right, we want coinage. We want coinage. More coinage. What's this button here? Oh, that's how you get to see that again. So we're up to 21. Now we're at 39%. I see. We got the pipe hub. That helped us get there. We just got to get more stars, I think, in order to get a higher score. That's how that works. Greystroke says, okay, I guess I'm getting a little jumpy. Kurzgesagt is my favorite among the science YouTube channels. How much content is there in the game, says Awi1. Well, this is just the demo, so we're just seeing a bit of a peek as to what's to come, really. So that's like the next thing. Wasn't last time there one on the list for just fertilizer? I feel like we should go find copper. Let's just do copper, because it's, yeah, like, it's going to be a simple thing to set up, I believe. Let's go ahead. Where's my menu at the bottom? There it is. Is there anything else here I can research? I don't think there was. We should totally build a pipe hub at some point. I'm not sure if we need it immediately. Okay, so we want to extract copper. And then just get that going. I'm going to just build 2 for now. Right, got to build more materials. So that last one didn't actually take too long. Copper's being researched. Plastic, we want to take our hydrocarbon and run it through a refiner. Okay, this might give us an opportunity here. Let's go to this island. Technically, technically, this is the place we want to do this. That's where that arrives, okay? This might be an opportunity to use this. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to create a connection between that and there. And then we'll create a connection to somewhere else, which is simply just a refiner. So I'm going to go build this refiner. here. And then do that. And then that will go down here. Right? So we're siphoning off some of that. Now, as for this function, I think it's just automated. So it's probably going to send one there, send one here, send one there, send one here. But we now get plastic coming through. So plastic will help us with our goals. There you go. We'll do that one next because it's got plastic. What do we want? I think we'll take some coin. And anyway, everything's running. So, magnesium, goop, and ash. We know how to make ash. Interesting. I didn't think I would be making that, but we'll do that one as it will be kind of effortless. Where do we want to do it from, though? This island over here feels like underutilized, so we'll use it to create some ash. Currently, though, everything is like... Yeah, four pipes is like maxing out that. So what we'll do... I might have made a mistake here, actually. I don't know if refining that makes ash. It makes ash. Well, there you go. So that'll be that taken care of. Right, what's next? The gym! I love it! Magnesium. Only one option there. Right, now we've got to make magnesium, I guess. So this is made with an extractor. What? Oh, yeah, it's just a basic resource. Okay. Right, now this planet needs a secondary... what was it called? Launch pad? Did I call it a planet? It's an asteroid. Then we need magnesium, which is there. I feel like I might put a second one down. So magnesium now gets shipped off. I'm just gonna have all the magnesium. Let's do 4. That is a weird pipe. A hotkey for destroying the pipe would be good. Okay, that's gone there. The gym is underway. Let's go for some research points. I haven't done that in a minute. All right, so now magnesium's being done. We have torn through this. Goop is the only thing left. Chemical lab. 2 things, incompatible resource, make goop. Oh, I get it. It's like ash. Right, so let's go to a planet with 2 resources, like this one here. I said planet again, didn't I? Actually, I think I'll use this one, so we can start to use all the asteroids. So build that. Then we want to have a chemical plant, chemical lab, and then just have like an extractor here. Assuming these 2 are incompatible, of course. An extractor there. And maybe we're making goop. Maybe we're not. Alright, let's accept that. And that. And now we have no more upgrades available to us. So our score is starting to get a little maximized. That's interesting. Right, I believe we're producing goop at long last. We are. Cool. So we've produced everything you can in this little network here. We've got our score up to 32. Now the way to get it higher, I believe, is to maximize these things. So like methane and magnesium. Let's look at our score. We're now at 59%. Let's stay here. So we could produce more ash, which sounds really strange, and more copper. This is a planet with copper. Wait, where was the planet with ash? Is it that one? I thought it was this one, but I don't see ash there. Okay, let's go click on this planet. Stay hydrated, chat. Hey, I need a hydration reminder. Thank you. It looks like there's a traffic jam happening there. Let's go investigate in a moment. So yeah, we did indeed produce ash here. So I think what we actually need to do is dedicate like 4. Maybe that's how you get... Hey, stop doing that. That is really annoying. That is also a landing pad. I want a launch pad. I think what you need to do is produce 4 of each type, right? So Let's go ahead and delete that. And put in 4 extractors. With 4 refineries. One there for that one. Okay. It might not look pretty, but it works. So let's assume that's now maximum ash, and we've redirected an extractor from here, so we'll send that. That might just mean we got maximum of both of those resources now. So where's our traffic jam? I don't see one here, actually. Kind of looks like we're good. But now we got the extra line for ash, so we can clearly see where that's coming from. Now, no, stay here. We're at 61%. When I click there, it might take a minute for these to update. Ash is still just 1. Oh, and it creates the passive income. Interesting. Now it's 2 stars. And hydrocarbon is free, interestingly. Okay, maybe we need to scale it up more. Let's go back to the planet. We can focus on just these 2 things again. Do we have room for 2 more launch pads? We do. This will be actually probably very difficult to extract anything more, given the space we got, so maybe not. What other planet do we have that material on? Let's go with this one here, then. And maybe we can check our sulfur score while we're at it. Where is sulfur? Sulfur's got 1 star. Ash is now 3 stars, and that one's still at 2. So titanium and sulfur will try and up from this planet. Okay. Let's go put another launch pad down. We want extractors next. So I've got 1 of those. Maybe I can get 2 of those on that patch. Then we want 3 of these. And 2 of those. Now, if we look at the way things are laid out here, it's madness. Okay. It's a little bit... Oh my god, look at that pipe. Yo, that is super jank. I want to do that again. I want to do that one again, funny enough. You have to draw them in one go as well, which is kind of silly. But maybe that's part of the charm as well, right? You're not always going for this, like, super organized, optimal layout like you might with Factorio. There's a little bit of jank involved. Anyway, that should mean that those things hopefully get closer to being the full amount of stars now, right? I feel like we'll go do methane next. We'll just start with the stuff that doesn't need additional processing. Like over here, let's go enter that. You have no idea what's going on, just happy to be here. I mean, if you missed most of the game, it will be like that, won't it? So water, I mean, wasn't water another one we could try and maximize? It was. But this is kind of like pretty tapped. I think it's about, can I put 4 water extractors down? Maybe? 1, 2... 1 there. 2. 3. So we got 3. Let's go put a landing pad. Dude, the rotation thing, it's like, hey, don't want that right now. Okay, let's draw a line between here and there. Oh, that's not good. We're struggling. Ha, don't want to reach it? Whoa, that's okay. So that is like pretty unfortunate, but that doesn't work. Okay, let's try the next one. Oh, maybe I built the wrong thing. Launchpad. I bet it was me building the wrong thing. Yep. Yep. Okay. Is there any other water we can extract? Maybe, maybe not. Let's go back to the grid. Let's check our scores. So that one is max. That one's max. Brilliant. We're having an impact. I think I'd like to do copper next. This should all help increase our score overall. Let's get some more research points on the board as well. All right, so that stuff we need more of. We're only doing 2. I'm going to go ahead and put in 3 and 4. Pipe those suckers up. And then maybe squeeze in a few more around here. Okay, it's working. Now we need the launch pad. All right. That should be another one maximized. What else is on this planet? Isn't it sulfur? How's sulfur looking? Yeah, let's get some more research points on the board. And sulfur now. Yep, sulfur's good. So then magnesium and methane. Both on this planet? Brilliant. Let's go do that. Oh. Oh, no, maybe it's okay. Right. So can we get 2 on that? We can. 2 on the other side? Brilliant. There's this awkward problem here where the pipes are just going to be absolute madness. I want one there. I want... is that the right one? Launchpad. Launchpad. Okay. So we're going to go with this. That was tricky. Oh, we almost got there, but then it failed. I think it'd be nice if maybe there was a key, like shift, that you could hold down to stop the planet from spinning. Right, then these ones have to go over there. And do you know what? It's not going to be that difficult, is it? Alright, back to the map. And yeah, we want to see these ones pop up to 3 stars, basically. Let's go find a planet with water that is maybe underutilized, although we've really used up a lot of space on these asteroids. I feel like in order to get this maximum score, like you'd really have to be very well organized, I think. Could be quite a challenge to get all the way there, you know? Kind of need the money again. Let's go with some money. Oh my god, what am I going to do here? Like, this thing is tapped. Look at it. Maybe not that planet then. Jeez. This is awesome, says Galactic Pandic. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I've played a lot of automation games. Perhaps now we'll turn the conversation to what do we think about this. I played a lot of automation games. This one hasn't particularly imposed something new and challenging. But what I will say is that the environment, like this bit right here, is probably the most unique and different feeling part of this type of automation game. It feels less focused on like maximum efficiency and a little bit more about just enjoying the process and having like quirky layouts and stuff. I think that's possibly one of its strengths. But it doesn't feel like I've seen something particularly... Oh, we came here before and I didn't have any space to make another landing pad. And then I was like, this sucks. Yeah, and that's why we didn't do anything more on that planet. Okay, so maybe it'll be very tricky to maximize water production. Let's go check this planet out. Maybe the pipe hub will help with the tangle. The tangles haven't really been a problem yet. Like, we've been able to work around them. But I feel like we haven't utilized it as much as maybe we could have. So there's quite a bit of water here. And again, are we, like... Did I go back to the same planet mistakenly? This is the other planet with water. Yeah, okay, so, like, we've kind of tapped water, I think. So it'd make it really difficult to maximize all of this. And because it's... I'm assuming it's randomly generated, it might not be possible to set everything up in a way where you get maximum score here. Where were we producing goop? Because goop can be scaled up. We've done ash over there. I've forgotten where we did goop on this planet. Maybe I could do some goop over here. Yeah, so in terms of where the game is going for automation, it doesn't particularly feel... Oh, look, we got one here. We got one here, so we can do goop. It doesn't particularly feel like I've seen a fresh new challenge or anything other than the usual rigmarole of, you know, going through the tech tree, setting up all the chains. But unlike some other ones, it hasn't been that maddening. It's been pretty easy to follow, especially with the wiki over here. You can kind of keep track of what you're trying to do. So, you know, those are some strengths it's got. So it'd be interesting to see, like, what comes after the demo. If we're going to get a bunch, like, is a bunch of this stuff really going to change the game much? Or is it going to be more routing stuff into another thing to make the other thing, you know? These games can end up feeling very similar in that way. I've played quite a few of them. Right, I'm hoping just 2 of the same ingredient creates goop. Wait, is that the new one that I built? It is, okay. So that'll create goop that goes back to the main platform. And I guess we'll find out shortly over here if it made goop or not. Oh look, a mini model of the planet as well. That's cool. It makes goop. So now the goop score should start to go up. Oh, look at that. When it arrives, it gets like a little boost. And so now, is that going to go up to 2 stars? We're watching the goop meter, peeps. We're watching the goop meter. You've never played an automation game, but I love Kurzgesagt. I'm curious to try this out when it comes out. Yeah, this could be a great introduction for people into automation games. That's the other thing I was going to mention. It's very easy to play. It feels a little bit more accessible for younger players, perhaps, which is a good thing, I think. Yeah, look at this. The meter's going up. It might make it to 3 stars. We'll see. Not quite, though. So anyway, my score at 45 stars. 83%. It's pretty cool to know how to boost that up. Pretty cool. Beep boop, says Bleeming. Beep boop indeed. Anyone else get themselves a sweet treat? I need to lay off the sweet treats. I've had quite a few sweet treats on my trip, and I've come back, and it's either the Japanese cuisine or the sweet treats, but like, food has not tasted as good since I got back. It's not been as satisfying. Like all the usual stuff that I'm normally eat, I'm like, oh, I want some of that fine Japanese cuisine. Right, chat. Questions, thoughts, throw them into the chat because we've pretty much exhausted, I think, what's in the demo. We will, however, go to the main menu and just have a little look-see. So, level selection. Yeah, we just did that right there, the bonus one. We played these 2, of course. We now know how to go back and get higher scores on them. And then discovery leads to another level. We've seen this cutscene, but the level isn't in the demo. If I go here, I can start new or click continue. So I could go back to this previous one and continue playing. We've got all of the stats and stuff up here. And then we can start to work on this score to get it higher because we understand how all of that works. I think that's going to be quite fun, the way they've done that. You know, as you play through the game, you can make little trips back, and now you know what it takes to do the stuff back here to progress, right? I think that's pretty well done. Apparently I never clicked discover. Wow, these rocks are starting to look like pin cushions. They look really cool when you zoom in, that's for sure. You had sushi back in March and still dream about it. Oh, the amount of good Japanese food I had, I tell you. I've been researching some places near where I live that specialize in Japanese cuisine as well. I'm thinking like, hey, you know, there might be some places over here that can do it just as good. I've never really looked for that before. Right, I'm going to go ahead and just for now do a little bit of optimization. I'm not going to go crazy over here. Like, let's put down 4 extractors and just start getting some score from this, which, by the way, increases our residual income, it would seem. So like we get 0.6 per second at the moment. And we need that stuff to come in. Oh, is that what I'm mining, by the way? No, it's slightly different. Can't believe I missed the stream. I thought you said he was going to stream it too. Yeah, I woke up super early and it was just very convenient to slip the stream into the morning part of my day now. So I apologize, but if there's one thing that's very common is that my plans always change. They just don't seem to stick together. Did I eat Japanese curry? I did. I got it from a place that wasn't particularly like special. There's a lot of like malls with cuisine in it, and that cuisine tends to be not as good as like the out on the street tiny little restaurants here and there. And when I had the curry with the rice omelette, it was basically what we call chip shop curry here, which is a curry powder made with, well, sorry, a curry sauce made with curry powder. Traditionally, curry powders are the base, and then you put in other flavors to make your curry sauce. The Japanese curry is kind of like not putting in the extra flavors and just sticking with the straight curry sauce. But I don't know if it's different depending on if you get like a proper good little eatery out on the street or if you go into the mall and eat there. So that was something I didn't quite maybe experience the authentic way or the best way, however we want to word it. But when I go back for the next time, I am definitely going to be more researched about what I want to try and have a list and make sure I hit all the different cuisines and do the kind of like best option to really experience it, you know? All right, let's accept that. So, yeah, we're upping our score by getting all of the different station level things here that are available. I don't know how many you get in total, but we got that one twice. We got that one twice, didn't we? Living in Korea, I think Korean curry is also more like the chip shop one, at least in my experience. I would love to try some proper Japanese curry and noodles with proper meat and veggies and stuff. I watch a Japanese travel channel and the food looks amazing. And it is, yeah. It really is. I would say though, the Japanese curry, like, you could probably make a curry sauce with just the base curry powder that would be quite similar, at least to what I had over there. Right then, to those of you asking in chat about Japan and all the Japanese food, the VOD on my live stream discussing my trip to Japan is on the Xisuma Says channel. This one will be uploaded to the second channel. That really looks like a jam, doesn't it? But I think it's just an inconsequential one. It's something is throttling the speed here. Or maybe not, but I can't be bothered to look into it any deeper because that was the demo. And yeah, peeps, I think it comes out tomorrow if you want to play it, and then the game will come out eventually sometime in the future, I guess. I'd say this one's really got potential, and I think if they're aiming it at a younger audience as an introductory game to automation, I think this is going to be a good one. As someone who's played a lot of automation games, I think I could probably continue playing it from this point that we've experienced, and then I don't know if it's going to hit that feeling of like everything here is familiar, or if they're going to have some mechanics that feel interesting. And I think the main difference with other automation games, as I said a moment ago, is the asteroids and the sort of silly fun nature of putting things together. I think that's its strength. So excited to see Starboards again in the future, I reckon, but that's going to be it from me this stream, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it and had a good time. I'm going to take tomorrow off, and I'll probably stream some Tunnel Rats on Tuesday. So I would say, you know, stick around, but my plans always change, so we never quite know. Let's go find someone to raid. I guess no one I'm following is streaming. I wonder if anyone else is playing Starbirds. I'm playing Starbirds, I know that. I guess not then. Right, I'll send you to a speedrunner. It's recommended a speedrunner. I don't know who this person is, but if you like speedrunning, stick around. Hopefully you enjoy what you find. That's it. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.